There's a story hidden beneath the surface of still waters. A story about rising above the mud, breaking through darkness, and finding beauty in unlikely places. It's the story of the lotus, and it's the story of every one of us, because no matter who you are, you've had to grow through something that tried to hold you down. And just like the lotus, you were never meant to stay buried. The lotus doesn't start in clean water. It begins deep in the mud, unseen, uncelebrated, surrounded by decay. It grows in conditions that seem impossible. That mud represents our beginnings, the pain, maybe trauma, confusion, and even the circumstances we didn't choose. But here's the secret. The mud is not the enemy. It's the foundation. Without it, the lotus could never root deep enough to rise. The same is true for us. Our pain becomes the soil where our purpose begins to form. Before the lotus sees sunlight, it grows in complete darkness. Every inch upward takes effort, the push, the resistance, the uncertainty. That's the part most people never see. The late nights, the silence, the isolation. Growth often feels like being alone in your struggle, unsure if you'll ever reach the surface. But that's where faith develops, in the unseen. Every time you keep going, you're strengthening your stem, preparing for your bloom. Darkness is not your end. It's the hallway to your awakening. When the lotus finally reaches the surface, it doesn't carry mud with it. The water rolls off its petals. It opens wide, untouched, radiant. That's transformation. Not escaping what you've been through, but rising from it untainted. You begin to see why it all had to happen, why certain people left, why silence was necessary, why endings become invitations to grow. The bloom represents clarity, that moment when you realize everything I survived was shaping me for this. Every one of you, every one of us is a reflection of the lotus. We're all born into environments we didn't design. We face rejection, doubt, fear, pressure, and yet somehow we keep growing. The human journey is not about perfection. It's about purification, remembering who you are underneath the layers of fear and pain. The lotus doesn't bloom to impress. It blooms because it's time. That's how purpose works. It's not forced. It unfolds when you're ready and when you've learned enough from your mud. So if you're in a muddy season right now, don't rush it. Let your roots form. What looks like stagnation is sacred preparation, because when you finally rise, you won't just bloom. You'll bloom with purpose, with meaning. You'll understand what it means to become light after living in darkness. The lotus isn't just a flower. It's a message for all of us. We were made to rise.